All right then. So the progression went from songs you love to songs you know to some song that someone made you play. Well, what's the next step?
Well, I feel like we're kind of in the next step now. Well, we're kind of in this, like, songs you know step, where it's like figuring out new genres of, like, oh, we haven't really done a lot of country songs, or oh, we haven't done a lot of Motown songs, or oh, we haven't done a lot of, like, 70s disco songs. And so I think that's kind of the next step right now, is finding these, like, unexplored genres and then depleting them.
Well, there's also the...
Well, you know what I think the next... Well, okay, so I think that there's two kind of next... Well, I would say there's kind of a three-prong attack, actually. One is that now things are somewhat chosen by what the YouTube video looks like. Because, like, you could say, like, a song like Coldplay, Viva La Vida. Like, I don't really know it. I don't really like it. But, like, the video's super popular, and, like, there's a lot of good lip syncing, and I think it would work really well as a Legion of Rockstars video. So I feel like that is starting to, like, influence what we choose. I think there's also, like, a whole bunch of songs that we don't really want to do, like Marilyn Manson and Nirvana and stuff like that, where that's kind of why we started CRAP, the Collaborative Recording Artist Project, because, like, we can get our fans to record the songs for us, and we can just avoid doing those. And then, you know, one kind of unexplored territory is, I think that there's songs that it would be fun maybe to return to, because we've always kind of had this, like, never do the same song twice kind of thing. You know, when in truth, like, most bands, you know, they'll do a song on an album and then they'll perform it live and it comes out different, and then they'll do their, like, unplugged CD and it comes out different, or they go solo and revisit some of the work that they did when they were in a band. You know, so I think that there's some songs, you know, I don't know which ones off the top of my head, but I certainly think that there's songs that we did like 10 years ago that we could, like, do over.
Very interesting. Very interesting.
I think there's some songs that we could do a different arrangement, and they would, because I would say that the stuff we did live, like our first 3 years, we had kind of a classic power rock sound, and then I feel like the stuff that you've been doing in the studio is a lot more diverse, which makes sense. Like, if you think about, like, the Beatles, like, there's kind of that first part of their career when they're playing in clubs, and it's really like a four-piece unit, and then once they start getting into the studio and screwing around with, like, multi-tracking and, like, different arrangements and instrumentation and glockenspiels and sitars and bongos, like, you get a totally different sound. And I think that there's some songs that, you know, we could do totally different. They would come out totally different in the studio. But, you know, it's hard. Like, I don't think we should do, like, Van Halen's Jump again, because, like, I think it's like this perfect, polished thing. But, you know, we could do an unplugged version.
Or an acapella.
And that begs the question, do you do the Aztec Camera version? Because they did an unplugged version of it. Or do we work off the Van Halen version and just do it with, like, glockenspiel?
What do you mean?
What I really want to get into is the
Did you want to talk about the
studio work we do? Hold on, I'm going to cut you off. The studio work we do, we're able to, like, overdub vocals and backup vocals and really build up songs. I would love to do some live work where we have, like, where we do duets and we have, like, a full set of backup vocalists. You know, like, do some Motown stuff live where it's, like, Temptations and Supremes, like, singing, you know, Diana Ross and the other guy singing the lead, like a duet, and then you have all the backup singers, and like do it live. I think that'd be awesome.